William, how the heck are you? How goes it?
Um, I'm in a panic to get to Sunday. I'll say that. It's way too many sleeps in between us and giving the Vikings belt the ass. So uh I don't know, man. I don't even know what you call that. Anxious, eager. I'll go with eager because anxious
Excited.
makes me feel nervous. Yeah.
How do you think that this is going to be? I know it's going to be a playoff atmosphere. You think it's going to be better than the Rams game?
Yes, I do. Which is crazy to say. Which is just and I'm giddy to get in there. But I gotta let people know. I did put my seats up for $5,000 a piece if people are feeling, in the they're feeling
Jeez.
in the holiday spirit still. A little money left over from the holidays. I'd be more than glad to just, be 10 grand richer watching that game, from the house. But yeah, no, man. That's a joke. I probably man, if somebody bought them tickets, I'd probably still be mad. You know what I mean?
Did you really post them?
Oh, yeah, $5,000. Yeah, $5,000 a piece. So oh yeah.
I wouldn't be. You know what? I wouldn't be shocked. There's people out there that got that kind of money to drop 10 G's on a football game. I personally don't. Hey, if you get that money, I don't blame you. Take that money and run. And just remember, little baby Perkins is on the way in April. So if you wanted to,
Oh, I
buy
got you.
like a car seat, a stroller, or a college fund, like we could work something out.
I tell you this, if somebody buys those seats, little baby Perkins drip will be crazy.
First pair of
And you
J's.
will,
What are we talking
yeah,
here?
and you will not buy a diaper. I tell you that. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I'm ready for Saturday. I saw that the Lions are wearing the black Motor City Muscle jerseys. I saw that the Vikings are going to be wearing their ice whites. I think those are sharp looking jerseys too. So I'm excited just for that. And then
Did you
obviously
say the
the
Vikings
game.
are wearing Ice Spice?
Man, they might as well. They might as well be. Maybe she can lead them out of the tunnel. You know what? You know what would be crazy?
Talk to me.
If ever there was a time for Eminem to bring this team out of the tunnel, it's now. It is now. This is the biggest game in Lions history. I can't even imagine. I know he's going to be there. What's it going to take? Well, let's get Eminem to bring the boys out of the tunnel.
Steve, listen, it's one thing that we really enjoy before the game, and that is everybody knows Panay Sewell getting the boys riled up before the game. If Eminem brings the boys out before the game,
It's over.
the roof comes off the place.
Yeah.
Like
There's no more Ford
it's
Field.
over. Yeah, and the Vikings don't stand a chance. Yeah, it's just gonna pack it up and go home at that point because the boys are gonna be ready to do crazy things. Even when you watch everybody go up on the jumbotron, they try to get people hyped up during the games during key moments. When it's a really really tough moment, have you noticed Eminem goes up there in a really
Yeah.
tough moment,
Or Hut,
and
or
that
they've
place.
been or Hutch this year. They've been
Oh,
doing
that's
that
what I was
quite a
about to
bit.
say. Or Hutch. Yep, it'll be Eminem or Hutch will go up there, and then that place goes absolutely bananas. So yeah, I like it, man. You maybe give Brad a call, man. Let him know we need him, man. Bringing the boys out, man, this Sunday.
That would be absolutely wild. I'm already set, man. I'm counting down the days. I have the next 7 days off work, and the only thing I really have planned is Sunday Lions game. Someone at work today. I would say their name, but we're not going to put them out there like that. Ask me, oh, are you going to the game Sunday? Yeah, where else would I be on a Sunday in the biggest game of the year?
I'll say this. So me and Emily were talking, and I was joking around about putting the tickets up for $5,000 or whatever. And then I said, okay. She was like, yeah, $5,000, that'd be crazy, blah, blah, blah. And then I go, "Hmm, what about 1,000?" She's like, no. Emphatically. No. That's where we're at, folks. $2,000. $2,000. No, we gotta be at the game. F that $2,000. That's not enough. So then I said $2,000 a piece, and she goes, so man,
Man, that's
like, and I tell you what, I was feeling the same way. I'm like, I don't know, $2,000.
four
Mm,
grand that's a nice vacation. Like you take the family on a nice trip for 4 grand. Like
yeah,
all
but
you have
this
to
is
do
something.
is watch the game at home in the man cave with a drink, no lines for the bathrooms, no fighting for elbow space. I don't know.
Let's
Well, I
think
think
about that Rams game, though. Let's think about that Rams game, and we're talking about it being better than the Rams. The Rams game, I got on here and I told people that it was a spiritual experience. Like, what are we talking about? And it's gonna be better than that? Nah, man, that I need.
that's 4 grand toward a Super Bowl trip.
Yeah, that's true. That is one way to look at it. That's why I figure 10 grand, man. Maybe I can get us in some decent seats, not just like at the top. Just is that a football game on?
Yeah, even with context and hey, what's going on down there? Looks like someone's having a lot of fun down there on that 50-yard line.
Yeah.
C98 1985 Paul, I know you are a regular commenter. I think you follow every single video. Much appreciated. Yes, live show. Maybe there's a reason we're doing a live show. I don't know. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Also, I saw one of our members in here, Deontay Moore, giving you a shout out. Will was right about Kirby Joseph, player of the game on Sunday. Who you got for Sunday? I'll let you decide. Will, you gonna drop that now, or do you want to save that for our game day?
Oh, we gotta save that for the game day. But I do know who I got, though. I do know who I got. Hey, I'll tell you what. Hey, Deontay, if you DM me on Twitter, I'll tell you who I got, though. I'll spill the beans, but I can't let everybody know what it is.
I'm not sure if I've been called many things. A fashion expert is never one of them. I pretty much live in Under Armour hoodies, sweats, and Lions t-shirts.
Hey, you got the best drip on the pregame shows, though. I'll tell you that. You better.
I try, man. I had to run that Salute to Service hoodie into the ground. I think it went on an 11-game stretch. I think we're gonna have to bust that out for this game day episode as too, because this is a big game. We got to have all the luck we can.
Yeah, need it.
Yeah, so the reason we're live is actually because of something that a lot of our followers have been doing lately, William. And that is absolutely oh gosh, a wife's chirping in from downstairs from the top rope. If you sell those tickets, I'll send you the baby registry.
I got you. I swear. Listen, if somebody buys those tickets, Sarah, I'm gonna get deep in those pockets. I'm talking at least a grand deep. If they go for 10 bands, yeah. Listen,
I'm gonna tell you right now. A little non-Lions topic, but we bought our first pack of diapers the other day. Why did nobody warn me that diapers were so damn expensive? Why was I not told that it cost literally an arm and a foot to buy a pack of diapers? Like, it's wild out here.
Yeah. I was having thoughts about going to the cloth diapers, going old school. Hey, listen, wash this thing and bring it. Let's run it back.
Well, I'm gonna have to grow like a bamboo tree outside and just make some bamboo diapers or something, because it's getting wild out there. But anyway, back to what I was saying. The reason we're doing a live show tonight, Will and I talked earlier. We had a deal in place. It's for what you guys did. I issued a challenge. I can't even remember how long ago it was. It was probably 2 or 3 weeks. And I said, if we got to 8,000 subscribers, we were going to do a giveaway. Now, we did not hit that on January 1st, but Will talked me into doing something. He said, give it one more episode. I think we get there. And he sweetened the pot a little with another Penny Sewell jersey and another $100 gift card to Fanatics. If we hit 8,000, we hit that today at around 12 o'clock. And I said, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go live. We're going to talk some football. We're going to explain the rules. We're going to be giving away the 2 jerseys are going to go to subscribers. So if you guys are not subscribed and you're in here right now, hit the button. Doesn't take long. It's only a second. You'll have a chance to win a jersey. The $100 gift cards are going to go to members. So if you want to double dip and you want to be in both pools, you have to become a member as well. So people like Deontay Moore out here commenting, he's a member. He's automatically going to be entered in the giveaway for the gift card. Yeah, $100 gift card to Fanatics. I think a jersey is $150. So you're getting 2/3 of your jersey paid for. So I think it's a pretty good deal. So the gift cards are going to go to members. If you guys want to become a member, you'll be automatically put in that pool. There's people who donate and give us money all the time. It's greatly appreciated. Just become a member and you're automatically entered into our giveaways. The jerseys, I don't want to tip my hand on what we're going to do for the jerseys. We got some ideas we're floating out. I think we're going to try to do that, I think Monday, potentially. We'll try to do an.
Can I give him a little itty bitty hit? Can I give him just a little itty bitty hit? Just tiny. Just make sure you guys are tuning into the shows. You might want to make sure you watch the whole shows too. Just make sure I watch our whole shows. Yeah.
There might be a clue left behind for how you can win this jersey. So we're going to try to do that Monday. The $100 gift card to members, become a member. We have 2 options for memberships. Option 1, you get entered once. Option 2, our second tier, you get entered 2 times. We don't have a third tier anymore. We got rid of that. We don't really need to go into why we got rid of that, but there is a reason. So that's what we're going to do, man. You guys have been hammering that subscribe button. Now, when I put this challenge out, I didn't think there was a chance. I didn't think there's a chance. We needed like 800 new subscribers. I said, there's no way we're getting that in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks and 1 day is what it was. So I'm good with it. Christmas spirit, holiday spirit, feeling generous, give back to the people who support this channel. That's what we said we were going to do. It's hard for us to go live with our work schedules and stuff. So that's why we don't do more live shows. But maybe in the future, we can try to put something on the books and do it a little bit more often.
Yeah. I know a lot of people love the live shows, man. I love doing them too, man. I love getting the questions on the fly, conversations on the fly. Hey, I will say this too. A few people have mentioned the call-ins. I know it kind of started as a comment here, but then a few people have, I think, reached out to you and reached out to me talking about it. Listen, we're getting to a space to where maybe we can do it. But that thing is like, what was it, $50 a month or something to be able to do it for that software that you needed? So yeah, we're getting to a space to where maybe we can do it, man, if we get our viewership up. But it's a lot of little things behind the scenes that we had to pay for, man. Like you wouldn't probably think. It's not just get on here with our phones and record ourselves. So but yeah, we're getting to a space to where we might be able to do it. And I would love to be able to just flat out just talk to you guys and you guys be able to call in, man. I think that would add a little niche to the live shows. That would be awesome.
There's only really like a couple things stopping me. It's not the price for the software we'd have to pay for that. That's not a problem at all. It's mainly our schedules, being able to sit down for an hour, block everything else out in the real world and just talk football. It's hard. Like we have families, we got stuff going on. The $50 a month isn't a problem. And then on top of that, not just the work schedule. Hey, we might hold you to that, Deontay.
Careful, careful now. We see receipts.
No, it's the schedule, and then second of all, if we have a call line, that would probably include us having to hire someone to monitor that call line, because I'm 2 steps ahead of everyone. All right, I'm playing chess when a lot of people are playing checkers. We have some guys that we work with that are some clowns, and there would be some calls that would need to be screened. So we would have to hire a screener, block some numbers. So I don't know. It is something we're still looking into.
Dirty Vikings fans that work with us. Dirty people. Just if you guys are watching, just
they ain't watching. Clean. But yeah, that's what's stopping us. Schedule, and we'd have to bring in, I don't even know what to call, like an intern or something, I guess. Maybe they just do it and we help them out. Someone trying to start a channel. I don't know, but we'd have to bring in a third person for live shows just to monitor the calls. So how do you enter the giveaways, Donna? We just covered that. We're going to do a live show, hopefully Monday. You have to be a subscriber. I'm going to make that show subscribers only mode. And then for the gift cards, members only. So if you want to become a member, you'll be entered in the gift card, and you'll be getting a double dip there if you become a member. But that's how we're going to do that, hopefully on Monday.
4 chances, man. 4 chances to win. And I'll tell you this, I don't want to make it like we're going super crazy with marketing, turning it into marketing, but when we get past 10K, it's going to be better, because 10K was my original, and then Steve came out with the 8, and I was like, man, if we could get the 8 by that time. I kind of did the same thing, Steve, that you did. When you said it, I was like, well, 8 by then, I don't know. But you guys went crazy, man. That's awesome. There it is. There it is. Brian Branch.
Still tagged, right, still ready to go. Never been worn. It's been hanging in the closet. So we're going to give that away. Any news on players returning? I saw some conflicting reports today. This morning, I saw some stuff about Alex Anzalone that he was trending towards not being able to play. And then as the day went on, some more news came out that maybe he was trending in the direction to play. Now, Will, you had said something about the press conference. What was said in that?
Yeah, I watched the press conference today, and Coach Campbell said tomorrow is going to play a huge role in whether or not Alex will be able to get out there. I feel like he's been pretty straightforward, man, across the board when he talks about these guys. So I think that he's being legit. So we'll see what he has to say after tomorrow's practice, man. Either way, I think we'll be okay. I don't want him to get out there earlier than he needs to. If he needs one more week to be 100% or as close as he can be to 100% for the playoff run, I would rather him do that and not get like banged up or tweak it or anything. But if he can go, man, I'll be thrilled, because listen, guys, I don't like to get on here and be mean, but I think I've seen enough of Ezekiel Turner. you know,
I told you
maybe.
that in the Buffalo game. I said, listen. I texted you. Said, listen. I gotta see Ezekiel Turner somewhere else, like a hot dog stand,
Kickoff.
working. Yeah,
I'll
kickoff.
be down to kickoff,
Like,
kickoff, punt, punt return. Maybe I don't know. Like I don't want to see him at linebacker too much more. Now I have seen some good things in pass coverage, but it just in moments. So maybe like third and longs, kind of like some of that stuff that Jerm used to do. Maybe that, but I don't want to see him.
are you still talking NFL or CFL?
I can't. I cannot. I can't.
Oh, you're talking about Ezekiel Turner still being in the NFL. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was
I
just
don't, I
trying
don't
to
know
get him
about
on special teams. Like, sheesh.
I was kind of hoping no one would bring up Hutch, man, because it gets in my feelings. Listen, we're huge Hutchinson fans. All right, we see the pool stuff. It gets me excited, but I'm not going to get really excited until I see some actual like football drills going on. Like the pool, it's great, it's fantastic, it's a step in the right direction. So let me ask you a question. Well, when it comes to Hutchinson, this is what I think's going on. I think he's doing some stuff on the side. I think he is controlling his narrative about what's getting put out on social media. I think he lets us see what he wants us to see. If I had to guess, he's done some football drills. Okay, this is purely speculation, but for where he's at in rehab, 2 months in, I think he's doing some light football work. What do you think? Do you think he's kind of keeping it close to the chest on what's really going on?
Steve, I'll be honest. I don't know what the heck that man's doing. I'm not going to speculate. Only thing that I do know is if we're in the Super Bowl, that man's playing. So I don't know if he's on the couch every day, what it is, what it is, what it isn't. The man said that his plan is to be out there for the Super Bowl. I have no reason to call that man a liar. I plan on seeing him on the Super Bowl at the Super Bowl. So, man, I'm just excited for it. We just gotta take care of business. What did he say? Hey, I just told the boys just get us there.
Just get me there.
Just get us
Get me
there.
there.
So hey, I think he's a man of his word, man. I think he'll be out there.
Yeah, I think he's controlling what we see. I think the pool stuff, he's obviously putting that out on his Instagram. He wants people to see that. But I think there's a little bit more going on. I don't know exactly how deep the rabbit hole goes, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's worked on some drills very, very lightly.
I mean, he's hungry, man. You know he's hungry. What did Aleem say about him? He's the only rookie that he's ever heard of that came in league ready. He was like the very first practice, he looked like a veteran. So if anybody could come back and do it, it'd be a guy like that, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's still young. I mean, he's only what, like 22, 23 years old. So, I mean, that blood pumps right down there to the leg. I'm sure he's getting the best treatment, the best recovery. He's got the best of the best. Like, he's $1 million investment. He's getting the best medicine in the world. So, get to the Super Bowl. I'd love to see 97 come running out of that tunnel, and we'll be there. I'm going to New Orleans. Like, it's already been in conversation. Hopefully, my wife's not still on here because she doesn't probably know that for sure yet. But we will be in New Orleans. It's happening.
Listen, I told you, even if I can't get into the game, I'll be down there. Like I'll be, like you say, we'll be eating beignets and we'll be at some bar nearby,
Cafe
going
du
nuts.
Monde.
Yeah, just going nuts, man. So one way or another, we'll be down there. It'll be either just feeling the atmosphere or probably in the highest nosebleed seat in the stadium, whatever it takes, man. I'm trying to get down there, man. So listen, like I said, 2 tickets, $5,000, get them on. You know what I mean?
Did you see what happened today in New Orleans?
I did. Oh yeah, I did with the car.
The attack. Yeah. Me and my wife were kind of talking about that before we came up here to talk, and she's like, "Do you think there's still going to be a Super Bowl?" And I was like, "Yeah, there's going to be a Super Bowl. You're probably going to have to go through the most advanced security to get into the Super Bowl because New Orleans looks like it's pretty much locked down right now." So I know they pushed back. Yeah, I know they pushed back the college football playoff game till tomorrow. So I mean, they got a month till the Super Bowl, a little more than a month. But John Ellison, wow, appreciate it.
Big John, what up, big dog?
Much appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I'll sit looking at some stuff online today. New Orleans is just it's bad down there right now. So hopefully they get that all squared away within the next month.
Hey man, I don't know if anybody need any type of electrician work, but that's the guy right there. You to get his info, get you behind the scenes, little side jobs. That's that dude.
The last time I did electrical work, I literally almost shit my pants. I electrocuted the hell out of myself.
Hey, that's why you keep it in a professional.
Yeah. If you guys got any other questions, fire them off. Like I said, we're getting ready to do our giveaway. Hopefully Monday. Hit that subscribe button. Monday's show will be subscribers only. You guys will have to start paying attention to what we put out in some of our next week's episodes, because we're going to leave some breadcrumbs. We're going to see who picks up on it and who doesn't. And then the gift card going to our members. So consider being a member. Like we said, your money goes back to the people that support us. You guys show us some support. We're trying to give you guys some gift cards to get some Lions gear. Hopefully Lions gear. I hope no one's sneaking in here as like a Packers fan or even a Vikings fan and getting our gift cards. But if that's the case, so be it. Yeah, I know. Ugh.
I did see somebody post that Jamal Adams did get released, and that is true. He got released from the practice squad. So I think that means that they're not like Quan Alexander. Quan Alexander is a guy that they're playing the roster game with. Like Coach Campbell has even said that Quan Alexander will probably take some meaningful snaps for the Detroit Lions again. They had to do the roster shuffle with them, but I think Jamal might be on his way for good. But appreciate him coming in, man, and blitzing off that edge a few times and causing a little bit of havoc. Honestly, I don't think that he's bad. I just think that our safety group is so good. You're not breaking into that group, man.
Yeah, especially with Melifano coming back. Like, good luck. You're kind of up against the 8 ball. You're just the odd man out. I think that's all it really was.
Yeah. KJ, man, we got to save that score prediction for the game day show, man. You got to tune in. They want that sauce, man. They want that sauce a little early.
Yeah. Saturday night, maybe. Saturday night. And if you guys haven't started to notice, we're trying to put our shows out every night at 8:30. We're trying to stick to a schedule. I know the last couple of days we put out some morning shows. That was kind of with the holidays. New Year's Eve, we know not really many people are watching YouTube around 8:30, so we did a morning show. But you can pretty much lock in that 8:30 to 9 o'clock time frame. That's when Detroit Den 313 episodes will be coming out. Just had someone ask me that today. Someone we work with who says, "How often do you guys put out shows?" Every day. Really? What time? 8:30 every night. So I figured hop on here. We'll tell you 8:30, 9 o'clock at the latest, depending on how long our show is and how much editing needs to be done. But that's the time you can start to look for us. William,
I will say, go ahead.
Nope, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, we'll say too. Still looking for a couple more sponsors, man. I know Cornerstone has agreed to do some jersey giveaways and stuff for us, man. But if you're in the interest, or anybody who's interested in sponsoring us, man, it's really all we're doing is cycling this stuff back into the channel. So we just want to get opportunities to be able to do more giveaways. Like, okay, we're doing the jerseys now. We guys tell you all the time that either comes out of the money that we get from monetizing, or a lot of times it's coming out of our own pocket. So if we could get somebody that would tie into us, we can do some helmets, we can do some autograph stuff. So that's what ultimately we would like to get to, man. But it's just, we're going to end up spending it right back into the channel. I do know that Cornerstone has agreed to do a couple of helmets, but I only got a couple of them, so I'm gonna try to save it for the end of the year.
Yeah, I got a couple helmets behind me, but those are sticking here. Those are my personal ones. But yeah, someone asked a question. I'm trying to find it. I might have lost it. Oh, 515 Earl. Will we see a handoff to Sewell for a tutty against the Vikings? Listen, I saw that little reverse that they did with Sewell. Did you see it on Sunday or Monday night, William? I saw that and said, Ben Johnson's not putting that out there just to do it. He wants the Minnesota Vikings to have as much time, as much work to do, studying film, formations, who goes where, what play. That wasn't for no reason that Penei Sewell was in the backfield on a reverse. All right. Even though he didn't get the ball, that's a Ben Johnson move. He's setting something up for later.
Ben Johnson is a psycho, man. He's a psycho, man. I'm so glad he's our OC, man.
I saw. Oh, did you see what the Bears said? The Ryan, no, I think the GM of the Bears is Ryan Poles. I think that's his name. Yeah. That he's trying to steer the organization away from hiring Ben Johnson. And the rumor is because if they hired Ben, he's afraid that he would push him out as the GM. Yeah, that's deep.
Wow.
Because I know a lot of Bears fans want Ben Johnson. And I'd have to really dive more into that report. I don't know if that came from a credible source, but it's fun to talk about. Hey, I'm not going to hire the best offensive mind because I think he's going to push me out because I suck at my job. I don't know. I think hiring Ben Johnson might buy you a little bit more time.
Yeah. I honestly, man, I said it, and I want to hear what you guys think in the chat. I said this before when we talked about Ben. If Ben went to the Bears, I wouldn't be too worried about it because we know him so well. I think that if I'm Ben, I want to go I want to get away from us, man. I want to get away from the North, so I don't got to deal with the guys that I've been rubbing elbows with for the last few years, man. Because the bottom line is whether it's Coach Glenn or even if Coach Glenn leaves, all of those guys have sat in meetings, dealt with them every single day. I would be trying to get away from those guys. But if they did get Ben, who better to prepare for them than the Detroit Lions?
Yeah, and also if you're Ben Johnson, you're looking at this NFC North right now. There's 3 teams in the playoff. One of those teams is going to be a 14-win wild card team. Like, it's tough sledding. I don't think that the Bears are far off from being a good team, but I don't know. And Ben Johnson's kind of hinted that he wants to go to an organization that's kind of run a little bit better. I don't think that's the Bears, but the problem with that statement is good teams don't fire coaches. So it's kind of a catch-22.
You know what nobody talks about at all that would absolutely scare me? Ben Johnson with the Jets.
Why the hell would you be worried about the Jets?
Because their defense is so good. That defense, man, the Jets defense and him going out there, man, they got 2 good running backs. They got Garrett Wilson. Like, man,
who wants traded.
Yeah,
potentially. He said he wants traded if Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback. That's a rumor that's out.
Yeah, I did see that, but I'm like, he ain't gonna want to get traded if Ben's on his way into town. I'll tell you that. And then if they keep Devontae, bring a quarterback in, a veteran guy, or get one in a draft, man, because Ben is gonna score some points, man. You got a defense that can take care of some business, and you tell him he's just got to go get 21, 24, 28 points. Good night.
I mean, the Jets wouldn't concern me. They're a dumpster fire on offense. They can't score 15 points. Like, I don't know. I don't think Ben Johnson could even save that organization on offense. Garrett Wilson wants out. Devontae Adams is getting old, and he's starting to get injuries that are kind of lingering around now. Aaron Rodgers is the worst quarterback in the NFL. Their O-line is sketchy at best. Yeah, they have 2 good running backs. That's pretty much on the list for me. Yeah. Someone else asked a question up here. It was one of our members. It was a good one. All right. Here it is from Michael Erickson. My question is this: do you think AG kept the defense vanilla during the San Fran game to not show Minnesota much defensive scheme? I'll let you answer that one.
I would say yes and no, because the only reason why I say that is typically I see AG when he can't get home with the front 4. I see him doing more blitzes, and he did not blitz as much as I thought that he should via the given situation. But with the game not being as meaningful in the standings, I think that he did hold a little bit back. And I'm only being honest, I don't get on here and lie. I've only got through the rewatch of the first quarter. So when I get through the whole game, I'll be able to speak a bit better to it. But from watching it live and what I saw in the first quarter, I did not see a lot of stunt games. I did not see a lot of blitzes. And I think that when I've watched AG over the last couple of seasons, when he knows he can't get home, he sends the blitz, man. He lets those guys pin their ears back and go get them. And especially if nothing else, I guarantee you on Sunday, you're going to see Ife Melifonwu in multiple blitzes. And that's not what we saw from the San Francisco 49ers. Steve, did you think I'm on par?
Yeah, I think he kept it as simple as he possibly could. It was a meaningless game in the standings. As fans, I don't know why our starters even played. I'm not going to question that. Dan decided he wanted to go out there and win a football game, and he did. But standing wise, that game meant nothing. So if I'm a coordinator, Ben Johnson didn't really show anything crazy. We've seen the hook and lateral play 1,000 times. All right. We've seen the Penei Sewell getting involved in the offense before. He didn't really show anything new. I would say the same thing about Aaron Glenn. I think our defense, we didn't blitz that much. I think we were trying to see what we could do with 4 against a banged up O-line as kind of like a measuring stick. because Minnesota's got a better offensive line, obviously. So I think they're just out there and saying, hey, let's see what our defense does against a bang up, and we can see, we can adjust accordingly next week and see, do we need to blitz more? That kind of stuff. I don't think we really saw the greatest.
I pray you're right. I pray. I pray. I
Lions
absolutely
0,
pray.
Vikings 62.
I absolutely pray that you're right, because listen, if you guys don't know, you Vikings fans don't know, I keep receipts, and we're gonna talk about this. If you're wrong,
Why would a Lions fan be saying that we're going to lose 62-0?
I get we must be getting you already know.
Vikings fans, they found their way in here. I gotta take this one, Will, from one of our members. Do you think Aaron Glenn is going to be fired after this year?
No way.
I do think he's getting fired.
Yeah, to go be a head coach.
Go be a head coach somewhere else. Yeah, if he leaves, it's on his own accord. Aaron Glenn, we talked about this. I think it was last night. There hasn't been a coordinator in the NFL, I don't think, that's had less cards to work with. Like what Holmes has went out and done is just make our defense a lot better this offseason. The season has gone on, and we've lost a player, seems like every week, like Hutchinson, McNeil, Anzalone, Carlton Davis, Brooks. Like I'll probably miss a couple. We're missing our whole defense. What's Aaron Glenn supposed to do? Like, he can only coach with what he has. If what he has is completely injured, our defense the first 5 weeks of the season was top 5 in scoring. I know that there's a lot of other podcasters that are very adamant and hate Aaron Glenn because he gives up yards, and fantasy football and FanDuel and all that play a factor. I've said that for a long time. The only stat I give a shit about, how many points we're giving up. I think up until Monday it was only 19.9, so it's probably north of 20 now. But I mean, look at who we have. We're talking Pro Bowl players that are injured. We're not talking like a couple guys that come in. We're talking guys who are going to the Pro Bowl, maybe all pros, not on the roster for the rest of the year. So no, I don't think Aaron Glenn's getting fired. I think he's going to leave, and it's because he's taking a head coaching job somewhere.
Yeah, Aaron Glenn's not even in his seat ain't even warm. He's nowhere near being fired. But I agree with you, Steve. I do think that if anything, he'll go be a head coach. But I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping Sheila rolls in and say, hey guys, listen. I know you guys have dreams of wanting to go be head coaches, but here's a blank check. You just write on there what you think that you should get paid, and what I need to give you to keep you in town. That's what I really hope happens. There are some dreams that I've put out there. We talked about other guys. I've talked about Mike Vrabel. I've talked about you even mentioned Rob Saleh. There's names out there for guys, man, but you never know when you get somebody else in here. We know what we got in house right now, and to me, I think we have enough, more than enough, to win a Super Bowl with the guys that we have. We don't need anybody else. So, just talking about from a coaching standpoint. So I would love to see these guys stay and run it back even when we win a Super Bowl. How do you leave after you win the Super Bowl? You're not gonna go defend that title. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I think that AG, I think, would go first if I'm picking. And guys, drop it in the chat. Who, if you only get one of them, you got Ben or you got AG, who are you taking to be the head coach of your franchise? Because I'm gonna take AG first, just because of the relationships that he's built with the players, what he's done. I feel like he's done more with less. He's been continuously behind the 8 ball with personnel and found a way to overcome and achieve. Ben, I love him too. We're splitting hairs. There's really no wrong answer, man. Ben is a wizard, man. But I feel like he's had most of his weapons the whole time. Steve, where you at? You going Ben? You going AG? Who you taking? You only get one.
Politician's answer, or do I?
No, I need the answer.
No?
I need the facts.
I think I'd rather keep AG, but at the same time, I like the names you just mentioned, Vrabel and Rob Saleh. Those are sexy names as replacements. So it's really, I know there's probably some sexy names out there, and I don't know why people think Kyle Shanahan of the 49ers is getting fired. All right, I don't think he's going. Either, yeah. I saw someone leave that in the comment earlier. Ben taking his place and Shanahan coming here as an OC.
That would be a dream. I've said that.
Yeah,
Shanahan in here.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I don't think he's even on the hot seat because they're kind of in the same boat. Injuries kind of derailed their season. Am I going to sit here and feel bad for the 49ers and injuries? Hell no. But Yeah, I don't know. I think what AG was doing at the beginning of the year is exactly what we wanted. Top 5 defense. We said
Yeah.
we have a top 5 defense to pair with this top 5 offense. We're playing complementary football. Good luck beating us. And that's nobody was beating us the first 5 weeks. I know we lost to Tampa Bay in week 2, but that was still a tough game. Tampa Bay's a tough team. We were tough on defense. Our red zone offense was atrocious early in the season. We were a dominant team defensively until the injuries started piling up.
I'm confused at this. From AG hasn't scored as many points as Ben has. I don't understand that. I don't know what I'm missing. But I will say AG has went, what do you go, 12 quarters, 13 quarters of touchdownless football?
Yeah.
Like he had a
The
nice
second
little
half
run
of
there,
the Texans game has started.
he had a nice run, man, that he put together, just shutting people down. If that guy's got personnel, look out, man.
Well, can I
I don't know.
squash someone real quick? Can I just put
Yeah,
someone? Can I just dig a
yeah,
grave real quick? All right,
yeah.
hand me a shovel. All right, this is the last time I'm addressing this. I know I don't need to see a bridge to know when there's a troll in the chat. With no Lions defense, 0-62. Lions scoring 0 has 0 fucking to do with their offense scoring. So I don't really know what you're trying to get here. Saying you're a Lions fan, you're not. Top offense in the league. Saying we're going to score 0 points because of our defense, 0 cents. GTFO. If you don't know what that means, it means get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I don't even. The Lions aren't going to score. We averaged 33.3 points a game. Like, we're not there. Scoreless football. We did what we wanted to the Vikings last time. So offensively. So now that defense, man, is tough, man. I got respect for that defense. I got respect for the offense, respect for their team, but 62-0 is kind of wild, man. Not kind of, it is.
You have no defense. You're not going to score any points. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But yeah, this Justin Jefferson talk. I know we're going to get into it in a game day show, but listen, Justin Jefferson is one guy. A receiver does not win you football games. That's just flat out. If you know football, you know that. If a receiver has a phenomenal game, he's got 10 touches. Right? That's a phenomenal game. Well, there's a lot more football plays. I think when we were just talking about Christian Mahogany last week, he was on the field for 75 plays. So you're telling me that receiver touched the ball on 10 of those plays, but then there were 65 more plays that he didn't get the ball. So listen, Justin Jefferson isn't going to beat the Detroit Lions, right? The team has to beat the Detroit Lions. I would be more worried about an O-line and a running back coming into town and them just doing what they wanted, and then having, even if they only had Naylor and Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson, like, if we control the line of scrimmage, Justin Jefferson is the least of my worries. I want to win the trenches. Like, if we win the trenches, it's going to be problems, right? So Justin Jefferson is going to see a safety all game, right? But I am interested to see no Carlton Davis. Is it going to be Terrion matched up with Justin Jefferson? Are we going to get the young pit bulls going at it back and forth? Are they going to give a Mika shot at it, a crack at it? What are we going to be looking at, Steve? What are your suspicions? Who's going to be following Justin Jefferson around?
You remember last year when the Raiders played the Vikings, they had a guy by the name of Amik Robertson on their team. Amik Robertson played pretty damn good football against Justin Jefferson. Now, I put something on TikTok the other day, just a clip from one of our episodes, and I think there was 100 comments. I would say 79 of them were Vikings fans. Like, Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in football. I've said it for 2 or 3 years straight now. He's a problem. But like you just said, I only have to limit his touches. He's only going to touch the ball 8 to 10 times. Okay. I need to limit the damage he does with those 8 to 10 catches. All right. I will take the Detroit Lions offense and our weapons over the Vikings any day of the week. They have 2 good receivers. We have 2 good receivers. At worst, do you guys want to call it a push and say that it's even? Okay. I'll say that our offensive line is better than their offensive line. I'll say that our quarterback is better than their quarterback. He's had 1 good year. Sam Darnold has had 1 good season. I cannot put him in the same category as Jared Goff with 1 good season. Jared Goff's been to a Super Bowl. He's played meaningful football games. Sam Darnold's kind of bounced around the league. He's found a home now with Minnesota. There's a conversation, if we were a Vikings podcast, I'd be having about what do I do with him with J.J. McCarthy on my bench going forward. I think that our running backs are by far better. I'll take Jahmyr Gibbs over their whole running back room alone, and I like what Craig Reynolds and Jamar Jefferson have done in small touches. And there's some rumors that maybe David Montgomery plays this week. So if we're calling the wide receivers a push, I think Sam Laporta is better than TJ Hawkinson. I'll say it. We traded him for a reason. Our offense is better than their offense. Their defense is better than our defense. Can they stop us? Can we stop them? It's going to be a chess match. I don't know what's going to happen Sunday. I know what I want to happen. We'll talk about it more in our game day show, but people are just giving up thinking that the Lions are just dead because we're playing the Minnesota Vikings. We've already beaten them before. We were a worse team when we beat them the first time.
Yeah, people are jumping off of the bandwagon a little bit, and I think it's interesting. And Coach Campbell even talked about that. And so did Panay, man. He's like, hey, listen, if you want to jump off the bandwagon, go ahead and do it, man. But you're just gonna watch this thing. We're gonna continue to take care of business, man. You're gonna regret it. Lions smoke bad teams.
Yeah, we're supposed to.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's gonna be a game Sunday. I'm not gonna sit here. Like, I know they call us slappies all the time, but I'm not that. So I'm not gonna get up here and go, oh yeah, we're just about to blow the Vikings out. It's about to be an easy game. Blah blah blah. Now you are gonna hear me say belt the ass. I'm gonna say that because we could win by 1 point. We still gave you belt the ass. Like, and what I mean by that, it's gonna be a physical game. Like, we're gonna try to bust you up. Like, yeah, you're gonna know that you were in a dog fight, right? So, yeah, that's what I mean when I say belt the ass, man. It means we beat you guys up, we beat you down, like, so those trenches, man. You know what we're coming to do, Steven.
Yeah.
I think I was trying to save this from the game day episode, but I think we're gonna see that Dan Skipper, Christian Mahogany heavy set.
Oh yeah,
I
someone mentioned in the chat that 7-man front. We need to call. We need to come up with a name for that. The 7 Mile Gang, something like that. 7 Mile.
Something, man,
Yeah,
something.
we'll see that again because not only did it work, how do you stop it? That's big men.
I don't know, man. You know, our word here is rude, man. And Christian Mahogany has some rude blocks. Like, he has some rude, nasty, dirt bag type plays in that game. He had one. I know everybody's probably seen it now. It's funny because I was going through the lineman highlights from the game in the all 22, and it popped up. I didn't just see it while I was watching film, and I was like, ooh. He came up on one guy, peeled off, and got the DN, and he just levels him. Christian Mahogany is starting next year. Like,
he's gonna be hard to keep off of a football field.
I don't know how you keep that dude off the football field. That dude is a problem. I told you my dream is we re-sign Kevin Zeitler, and he is our veteran reserve, and he's just getting paid to just sit on a pine and come in, and anytime we need some help, man, because it's a long football season. But man, Christian Mahogany is going to be a young dog.
I ran through a scenario. I love the draft. I love to scout some players, watch college football. But I'm all in on the Lions right now. But I am watching college football and I'm taking notes. And I was thinking today, like, the worst thing I think that could happen to the Detroit Lions offensive line is if Frank Ragnow retires. It was kind of floated out there last year. He decided to run it back. He's a warrior. He's battling injuries every year. If this is his last run, I mean, first of all, he's going into the Ring of Honor. He's one of the greatest offensive linemen in Detroit Lions history, I think. But how does our offensive line look next year? I think you just plug Graham Glasgow over at center, re-sign Zeitler, Christian Mahogany at guard. Problem solved. Like, I was kind of nervous about that last year when we were talking to some of these centers that were coming up. I know Zach Frazier, Powers Johnson. Like, we were looking at some guys and thinking, like, do we need to draft his replacement? I think Graham Glasgow at least bites a little bit of time if we get into that scenario. And I know this is further down the road in April, but I was just thinking about that yesterday. Like, our offensive line's in good shape. Our tackles are signed. Our interior, we have an option for a backup with Mahogany. So we got some guys we can shuffle around.
Steve, if I had to at any given time put Colby Swordstall for a week, Coyote Awasika out there for a week or two, I'm good. Like, we're deep, man. We're deep. Well,
I got to take a question.
Talk to me.
We're already on TikTok, Legend Night. Are you not following us? Shame on you if you're not.
Man.
Listen,
Steve's on there doing TikTok dance. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, I do TikTok dances. I bounce my butt up and down and little G strings for some likes. We're already on TikTok. We upload some clips from our episodes on there when we can. It's usually pretty often, but we are on TikTok already.
I think we're everywhere, man. We got a TikTok. We got an Instagram.
We're in Indonesia. Okay. If our Indonesia guy on here tonight, please comment if you're on here tonight. Our guy from Indonesia, I will go wild. I think I lost Will. I think we're having some technical difficulties with Will. So, Will, you coming back or you dead? All right, I think Will just lost power. So I'm gonna wrap this show up, guys. Like I said, the reason we jumped on here tonight was to thank you guys for all the subscriptions. You guys have been hammering it hard lately. We're doing our giveaway, doing a jersey. We're doing the Brian Branch jersey, and Will's doing a Penny Sewell jersey. Those are going to two different people, and then our members. Think about becoming a member. It's cheap. It's not much. It goes toward stuff like this, so we can do some gift cards to Fanatics. We have two $100 gift cards to Fanatics that we're going to be giving away on Monday. Think about becoming a member. It's greatly appreciated, guys. Stick around, hit that like button. I'll see what happened with Will. Hopefully he's still alive. I'll get in touch with them. Thanks for watching. We'll be back later, guys.